As the calendar turns to October, the Indiana high school football regular season hits the home stretch, and tonight, two longtime rivals square off, looking to gather some late season momentum as the Danville Warriors host the Lebanon Tigers right here on the ISC Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. By LIUNA, the proud members of Indiana Labor's District Council and affiliate local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA. By Raising Cane's. Game days are better with Cane's. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love. And by Travis Carroll and Centerstone Realty, your all-star in the field of real estate. Before we go any further, we've got the national anthem here at Danville. We'll step out for 2 minutes and come back to get you ready for this one after this.
Being a Division III athlete, I can be an athlete and still have very strong academics, especially here at Wabash.
Professors here are super supportive of the athletic work that we do. That's a really great way that Wabash supports its student athletes.
I love being a Division III athlete. I have a tremendous amount of work being a
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Rob Brown, Jan Bozier with you tonight from Warrior Stadium on the campus of Danville High School, about 35 minutes west of downtown Indianapolis. Happy you're with us. About a 25-minute delay due to lightning prior to the top of the hour gets us a little off schedule, but we're back on track as the teams get ready for the coin toss out at midfield conducted by our referee tonight, John Immel. Let's take a look at what Jan has on his mind for tonight's keys to the game in this matchup between the 5-1 Lebanon Tigers and the 3-3 Danville Warriors.
Thanks, Rob. Good to see you again, my friend. Let's take a look at it. Come out sharp. Now, I had no clue we were going to be in the delay, so that's more applicable now than ever. You've got to mentally be ready to be sharp coming out. First down efficiency. Danville struggles to throw. They need to get first down to stay on the field. Now we're down to a couple games left, Rob. You got to keep the penalties and turnovers at a minimum and finish strong.
Both of these programs 4A schools, so Jan's keys to the game, but they are not in the same sectional. So if these programs were to meet in the postseason, it would be beyond the sectional level. This is the be the 33rd meeting all-time. Danville leads the all-time series 21-11 and has won 5 straight. Going to go back to 2018, the last time Danville or Lebanon won over the Warriors. That was August the 31st of 2018, 27-13 win. Last time Lebanon won on this field was all the way back on September the 5th of 2015, 37-26. So Danville's won 4 straight over the Tigers here on this field. It's a Sagamore Conference game. The Sagamore Conference has shrunk to 4 teams. It'll go back to 6 next year with the addition of Terre Haute South and Terre Haute North. We'll talk more about that as we go through the night. Danville's won the toss, or I should say Lebanon's won the toss and deferred. So Danville will get the ball first. Kicking off, Connor Selmeyer, the sophomore. And deep for the Warriors. As Selmeyer kicks toward the north end zone. Selmeyer working right to left on your screen. We're set to go. Happy you're with us on this Friday night, the first Friday night in October, week 7, Indiana high school football. And this was taken on the hop by Jacob Foltz, the defensive back. In his primary role with this team, takes it out to the 27.
You know, Rob, this is a game that Danville obviously thinks they have a good shot at. We kind of look at this probably as a 50-50 type game. Either team really has a shot to win a point here or there. Lebanon on a 5-game winning streak. I think you're going to see them very, very aggressive. Hard to get a road win. They'd love to get one tonight here on the road against Danville.
Carter Ward, the quarterback for Danville, the junior. This is 22nd game as a starting quarterback. Ward rolling, planting, looking downfield as a man wide open down the sideline with the catch. That's Drew Rector with a huge gain into Lebanon territory.
Yeah, Rector got tons of space between the defender, and who says Danville can't pass? And I think they have to have this to get their confidence. I love the call because of everybody saying it. Hey, why can't Danville pass? Well, Danville just passed. That's got to be a confidence booster for them.
Here's your first explosive play of the night, a gain of 25 for Danville on the first down throw. Ward under center. The lone back is Min Vu, and they're waiting to wrap Vu up. Is the senior defensive end, Arson Mapanda, as Lebanon in that 3-4 set. Mapanda, one of their 2 returning starters, was ready to go to drop Vu for a loss of 1.
Yeah, it's great penetration. I think we're going to see from this Lebanon 3-4 defense tonight, Rob. They're going to be very aggressive. If you win on the road, you blitz a lot, you really try to get the crowd out, take Danville out of their game.
Ward back in shotgun. This time the back is Dayton Hood. Hood stays in to block. Ward has all sorts of time directing traffic. Again has Rector inside the 10. Rector stumbles down near the 5-yard line for another big gainer.
Well, that's a back post. And once again, the receiver got way separation from the defender. This ball really well thrown. Danville, after 2 out of 3 plays, Rob, really knocking on the door.
That's a gain of 42. So Rector already with 2 catches for 67 yards.
Got to be a big boost, doesn't it, to your confidence?
My goodness, 2 explosive plays on the first 3 for the Warriors, who are in the red zone just 100 seconds into this contest. That's Hood seeking the pylon, tripping his way short of the goal line, but he'll spot Wood near, let's say, the 2 perhaps.
Well, when you're a team that's only 2 games left after tonight, you need to have everything working on all cylinders. Now, there's a piece of that in this game, but Danville knows they have got to be explosive. So far, so good.
Wood with a pickup of 5, or Hood, excuse me. Dayton Hood with a pickup of 5. Now Hood again will walk it in to the end zone. Hood, his 4th touchdown of the year. The fireworks fly well behind the south end zone, and Danville goes 5 plays on the first drive of the game to get the game's first score.
How about coming out sharp? That's exactly what we're talking about here. At home, huge crowd.
Rector, who had 2 long catches on that drive, is the holder for the kicker, the sophomore Evan Beck. Beck with a short punching kick knocks it right down the middle. And just like that, Danville's on the board. We'll take a quick break here. 9:33 to go, first quarter. Danville scores on its first drive of the game. Lebanon looks for the answer after this. You're watching Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Oh, here we come.
So back to action. Danville goes 5 plays, 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Dayton Hood with the touchdown. His 4th of the year, 2-yard run.
Well, there's something to be said about getting that lead, playing with the lead, especially at home. You get the crowd into it. You got momentum. Everything you want really helps a ton when you get the lead early.
Tannen Mondin, the junior, is deep, standing at the 6-yard line. And they kick it to Mondin. That's a dangerous proposition. Mondin takes it at the 1. I'll tell you why in a moment. But Mondin is encircled. Great coverage. Mondin dropped inside the 20. Mondin's 95-yard kick return for a touchdown. Midway 4th quarter was the deciding score on the road in Lebanon's 21-14 win last week at Triton Central.
Well, let's see what Lebanon does now with coming out offensively for the first time. This Danville defense, they run a 3-4. Pretty much everybody runs a variation of the 3-4 anymore. You really don't have to look. It's become such a complex and a very quick type game. You have to have linebackers that can feel, that can move, and that's what both these defenses are built for.
This drive begins at the 13.
Well, we have a discussion.
The clock ran during that possession as the offense came out for Lebanon. So John Emmel, our white hat, wants to put some more time back up. Rest of our crew tonight, Kareem Brown, Jeremy Huckstep, Michael Jefferson, and James Williams Jr. So some communication up to the press box to get the clock where we want it. There's a look at our crew. John Emmel, our referee tonight.
Brand new everything here.
It looks fantastic.
Doesn't this look gorgeous, Rob? This is my first time since they have.
Likewise.
I don't know. Did they have this start this year, I think, maybe?
Yes, this is the first year.
Brand new bleachers, brand new press box, brand new scoreboard, brand new gates, everything. Spanking brand new. Boy, Danville, you ought to be proud of this. This is gorgeous.
Chris Hill, the senior, is the quarterback for Lebanon. There you get a look.
Yeah.
Hill the throw. In the flat, has his man, and a nice acceleration out into the flat, out of the backfield. The catch is the running back, Josh Parks, with a nice first down throw and catch.
Well, this is a screenplay, and it's meant to slow down that rushing crew to make them respect the screen pass. Well executed. Great yardage on that, Rob. 2nd and short, that really opens the playbook.
Pickup of 8. Hill, the transfer from Chittard, is the quarterback. Also a running threat is Hill. This time give to Parks, and Parks tripped up but kept his feet. Now Parks loose down the sideline. And a touchdown-saving tackle out near the 50. Or Parks may have gone. The tackle made by Alex Brown, the safety, kept Parks from going all the way. But as it stands, it's a gain of 28 for Parks and in the first explosive play of the night for Lebanon.
Well, we know Parks is explosive. That would have went all the way had there not been a stop there. He really is a solid running back. And Danville has got to know where he's at. Typically, you'll assign a linebacker to a really good running back. Let's see what happens. But nice game for the Tigers.
Pistol formation with Parks behind Hill on a fresh set of downs. Fake the give across the formation, and Parks is decked at the line of scrimmage. Oh, my goodness, Porter Prather, the junior linebacker who's having himself a junior all-state type of season.
Yes, sir.
With 44 tackles, 7 for loss. That's a gain of 1, but Prather was waiting right there in the hole.
Here's what happens. That's a super clean hit, number 1. The head's up, hits solid square with his shoulders. But here's what happens when you do that. The effects of hitting somebody are huge, long-lasting through a game, because they're going to remember that.
There's a touch pass across the formation for Mondin. Stop-and-go move. Mondin with a stiff arm, able to turn that move around end into a decent gain and set up 3rd and short. Mondin down to the 44, a gain of 6, which sets up 3rd and 3. That goes as a pass, as the touch pass across the formation.
You know, Rob, talking to a lot of people this week about Lebanon, they have a really, really open playbook. They will throw all kinds of formations, put all types of people in movement. They really will throw all different types to look at you offensively.
3rd and 3. Again, Parks up the middle. Prather in on the stop. Also there to help Prather out in the hole was Logan Thompson, the defensive end, who leads the team with 3 sacks. Parks stopped a yard shy, so the first decision of the night for the first-year head coach Josh Yoder. 4th and 1, right around the 42-yard line.
Gotta go for it, Rob. Lebanon crowd certainly wants them to go for it. Here we go.
Little sprinkles still falling. Hill in the pistol formation with the play clock at 3.
Gets it off.
Delayed give. Parks angling into the secondary. Parks with room to run, still on his feet. Kept his feet, and Parks stumbling down to the 10. Boy, if Parks was able to stay upright, Parks would have found the end zone. As it stands, Parks has the 9, and another explosive run for Josh Parks on this first Lebanon possession. That's a gain of 33.
Yeah, needed 1, got 33. Great blocking up front. This is a good-sized front line for the Lebanon Tigers, and they're knocking on the door down here in the red zone. This offense has been really efficient early.
So first 4th down conversion of the night goes in favor of the road team. And the Tigers knocking on the door. 1st and goal at the 9. And first carry of the night for Jeremiah Howard. Second back for this Lebanon team. 5'6", 140-pounder. Has 170 yards on the season. Dropped for a loss of 2. Mentioned Howard stands 5'6", 140 pounds, but has unparalleled athleticism, a 22-foot long jumper last year, won a sectional.
That's a bunch.
As a sophomore last spring. Hill drops to throw. Flush in the pocket, flips it out to a wide open Howard, who strolls into the end zone. What a play by Hill, the scramble into space. Howard had leaked out to the left side and is wide open for the 11-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, touchdown pass number 9 on the year for Hill. Got everybody to believe that was kind of an RPO-type play, run-pass option. Clearly, they bit a little bit, the linebackers for Danville, and he just really tossed it into the end zone.
Hill is the holder for the kicker, Selmeyer, who's on for the PAT, trying to tie the game at 7. It's a low kick, but Selmeyer able to leak it through, and we're tied at 7. So Lebanon answers with a 7-play drive to knot the game at 7. 4:42 left first quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it here. With 4:42 left in quarter 1, tonight's game is brought to us proudly by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play in connectivity. Visit We Endeavor or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. So a 7-play, 87-yard drive by Lebanon. Jan, again, big play is the story. 2 big runs for Yoder, or for Parks, Josh Parks on that drive for Lebanon. Parks was 64 yards on 4 carries on that drive.
Well, as I talked about earlier, Rob, that Lebanon offense is going to throw all different looks at you. They kind of got Danville on their heels a little bit on that touchdown drive.
Short pop-up kick fielded by the up-back, the receiver Mason Shipley. So a short field for Danville.
I suspect we may have that type of game tonight where defensive coordinators going to have to earn their money tonight, because I think these offenses understand they got to put up some points in a game like this. Man, we got just an overflowing crowd. This is great.
7-7 our score. Possession number 2 for Danville will begin at the Warrior 37. 4:37 left in quarter number 1. Min Vu lined up in a fullback position as the lone back and just battering rams his way straight ahead.
Well, Min Vu's a power type runner. You know, they've got the all-state tackle on their team, Paxton Trump. They love to run behind him, first team all-state, preseason all-state guy. And so they love to use him and run those backs behind him.
Vu with the pickup of 6. Yeah, there's Trump, 53, lined up at a guard spot tonight. He's got those blonde locks flowing out the back of the helmet. And again, Vu with the carry, spins off the contact. This time ran off the left guard. Drake Sharp, another returning starter. And that's a first down.
Yep.
2 straight punishing carries by Vu, this time a gain of 6.
You know, and we talk about how important first downs are. They're especially important when you're in your own territory. You want to play field position in a game like this. And so the fact that they're moving the ball, got another first down, I think that's exactly what this offense needs. This offense really playing well here early.
New man in the game, Trevor Lynch, 29, lines up as a receiver wide right. Fresh set of downs, and we got a timeout. Jamie Comer did not like the look that he saw. So Danville uses its first timeout here in half number 1. We'll go ahead and stay here with 3:44 left. Well, on the basketball court, former Danville Warrior Travis Carroll was an Indiana All-Star. Now he's an All-Star in the field of real estate. Wherever you may be located in the Indy area, you can count on Remax Centerstone and Travis Carroll. Reach out for your complimentary market assessment on your home today. Call 317-966-7338. That's 317-966-7338 or Remax Centerstone and Travis Carroll. Timeout called by Danville. 7-7 our score. In case you're just joining us, each team scoring on its first drive of the game. Rain starting to fall
I didn't
a
know it was
little
raining
heavier
that hard.
here at Warrior Stadium.
Sure is.
Umbrellas popping out a little bit more.
Ain't nobody going anywhere. What else you going to do? Rain's not going to hurt you, is it?
74 degrees our game time temperature.
I say that. We're in a press box. That's probably not very
We
nice.
are.
Uh-oh. Delay
Our
of game.
first illegal substitution.
Oh, is that illegal? Yep.
Yep.
You are
First
exactly right, my friend.
Penalty of the game called against Danville. And
Didn't even see his right hand.
that's the last penalty you want coming out of a
Yeah,
timeout.
you don't want that.
So 1st and 15 for the Warriors.
Well, we'll take the rain. The other stuff we don't particularly care for.
That's
but
correct.
We'll take the rain.
Kind of catching the edge of this front that's moving to the south and west of us.
I wish it'd go like 30 miles northeast.
And it's moving southwest. We're good.
That's no good.
Ward on the option pitch has Lynch with some room to operate down the sideline. Lynch pushed out of bounds. Warriors recover the penalty yardage, and Lynch is able to pick up the first down to boot.
Yeah, let's take a look at this if we can. Ward times this pitch absolutely perfect. This is exactly how you got to read the defensive end, and you absolutely wait till the last second to pitch this ball. And when you do that, you usually take a shot as the quarterback, and he did, but perfectly timed pitch to the option man.
So Lynch picked up a gain of 16. That's enough to get the first down. Second of the drive. Hood the back into the ball game. First time we've seen Hood on this series. Hood had the touchdown on the first drive of the game. And again, another good first down carry of 7 for Hood. And that was one thing that Jamie Comer, the Danville head coach, mentioned to us during the week, Jan. He said it's important for his offense to stay ahead of schedule. And you talked about it in your keys, not one of the 3 designated, but talking about staying ahead, winning first downs, getting 4+ yards on first down, and putting your offense in manageable second and third down situations.
Well, they average 5 yards a carry on the team. That's pretty good if you look at the whole team. The top 2 runners are a little closer to 6. So if that line blocks, and while they were able to get some big plays early with the pass, their bread and butter has to be running this football, and I think he likes what he sees right now. No question about it.
And on the second down carry, Min Vu needed 3 yards to reset the down box and got the 3. So third first down of the drive as Danville methodically moving the ball down the field. There's a pitch, another pitch to Lynch. Lynch trying to get the edge, and good sideline to sideline team pursuit by the Tiger defense holds Lynch to a gain of 2.
Yeah, that's a great observation about this Lebanon defense. I've been watching them, and their pursuit angles and their quickness are really starting to stand out. And when the offense gets that edge, they're really able with their quickness and pursuit angles to really recover really nice.
Make that 3 on the Lynch carry, but that's the best Lebanon's defense has done on first down this drive, holding the Danville running game to just 3 yards. Now a tight formation, 2 tight ends. And again, it's Vu trying to drive his way forward. Falls across the 25, setting up third down and probably 4, or let's call it 5, and after a pickup of 2.
Well, Mapanda, one of the defensive end, really seals down quickly. For your defensive end position, you used to play defensive end, you really got to have a quick pursuit angle. When you see that thing cut in, the quickest way between anywhere is a straight line, and he makes a really good adjustment getting that tackle.
2 tight ends, 2 wing backs. Ward fakes, rush comes, and here comes the sack.
Wow.
Coming right off the end. That's number 56. Coming right off the end. That's Zach Terrell, who doubles as an offensive lineman. Terrell does get some snaps on the defensive side, and that's his 2nd sack of the season.
Yeah, it sure is. He's had only 10 tackles coming into today's ball game. But, man, did he get a jump on that backside. That's where that quarterback's vulnerable. But, man, he got a great jump.
And that's a loss of 8 by the sophomore Terrell. And in no man's land, too close for a punt, too long for a field goal. Ward looking downfield, and it's broken up. Getting a hand in there to knock it away was the senior safety, Nico Trepkos, to knock it away. Intended receiver was Mason Shipley, the 6'4 target. And the Lebanon defense holds, turning Danville over on downs.
I think Trepkos makes the play of the first quarter anyway, because I thought he timed that just perfectly and broke that up, and that turns over the ball to the Lebanon Tigers. I think he just makes a big play right there on defense. 2 big plays from that Lebanon defense changes everything. Now they get the ball because of 2 big defensive plays.
Well, we make a note here in the first quarter. Lebanon converts a 4th down and then continues a drive on which it scores. Danville can't convert the 4th down, so one team's 1 for 1, one team 0 for 1.
That's a great point,
on
Rob.
4th down. We'll make a note of that and follow up on that later. Hill on the play action, wants it down the sideline and through the hands of Mondon, just a little bit overthrown by about 1.5 yards. Tried the deep shot to Mondon on first down, did Hill.
I like the call. He had a step on him, too. The ball was just overthrown a little bit, but he's trying to stretch the defense. Anytime you do that on first down, you always got a shot at it, but there's a secondary reason. You're trying to keep that defense from just keep creeping up to shut off that run game.
So 2nd down and 10. First incompletion for Hill after Hill had hit on 3 out of 3 in the first drive. Hill fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Hill able to get the edge and get it out across the 40, setting up 3rd down and manageable. We mentioned on the first drive that Hill, very capable runner, comes in with 308 yards through 6 games, averaging 6 yards a carry. Averaging about 50 yards rushing a game, picked up 7 there. It's 3rd and 3. Let's see if Danville goes to Parks here.
Look at the linebackers here. See how now all of a sudden they're 4, almost 5 back. It's 3rd down. They're playing pass.
Parks cuts inside, has the first down. Parks is loose down the sideline.
You know, sometimes you call the right play at the right time. I just highlighted how far back those linebackers was. Now, they had a back stunt on, but they went opposite of the stunt, and because the linebackers were 4 and 5 yards, that edge play had some serious yardage before the linebackers could even get to him.
Parks has a gain of 14 and another first down. Boy, Parks has 78 yards in this first quarter. And that might be the final play of the quarter, as we're inside 10 seconds, although Parks did get out of bounds, so that stopped the clock. We'll have one more play. Hill looking left, throwing that way, and up to make the catch is Mondin. Immediately tossed to the ground. Quickly on there to make the tackle was the cornerback, Griffin Hackelman. And that will be the last play of the game after a pickup of about 4. And we're through one quarter of play. We're knotted up at 7. This setting up to be quite the tangle between these two Sagamore Conference rivals. 7-7 our score. Lebanon and Danville knotted up. We'll take a break, come right back. Second quarter's next on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Rob Brown, Jan Bozier back with you at Warrior Stadium on the campus of Danville High School. We're tied at 7 heading to the second quarter. Tonight's game brought to us by Raising Cane's, where you can hit the spot and every chicken finger is hand battered and cooked to order. Every crinkle cut fry comes from grade A premium potatoes. Each thick sliced Texas toast is lightly brushed with Cane's garlic butter blend and grilled to golden brown perfection. And most importantly, as the rain continues to fall here, where the secret recipe Cane's sauce is made in restaurant every day, the Cane's box combo is sure to hit the spot and leave you craving more. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm in.
Second down and 6. Parks able to get out of a tackle right at the line of scrimmage and wriggle his way out near the 40.
Well, Parks is that runner. You got to bring him down. I talk about this every week, Rob. You've heard me say this. Those running backs that are in that 5'10" to 5 or to 6 foot, strong legs, low to the ground, center of gravity's tough. They are a pistol, and I mean a pistol, to bring down.
Parks turned a 2-yard loss into a 2-yard gain. That sets up 3rd and 4 at the 40. Parks already with 80 yards. Had a 28-yard gain and a 33-yarder on the first possession of the game. 3rd and 4. Hill drops, looking, now flushed. Hill up the middle. Hill has a first down. Hill still moving before he's shoved out of bounds as Hill inside the 25. Pushed out by
Let's take a look
Stephen
here.
Watso.
Yeah, sometimes a quarterback has a great arm. Sometimes he has great legs. Sometimes he's also very smart. This is a QB that makes a very smart play and gets nothing there, decides to run, and, man, that's just a smart play.
That's a gain of 18, already the 4th explosive play for the Lebanon offense. Tigers 1st and 10, knocking on the door of the red zone. Flag flies, and I'm guessing we're going to have the first Lebanon penalty of the evening, and indeed we do. Legal motion prior to the snap. Sprinkles falling lightly here at Warrior Stadium. If you're just joining us, we had about a 24-minute lightning delay a lightning delay that caused us to start 24 minutes late is a better way to frame it.
Yeah, we didn't really see much radar. It looked like it could have been a lot worse, but you correctly forecasted where it was going, and it went there.
Well, I'm informally certified by the American Meteorological Society.
I'm not, because I get really nervous around lightning, so I get out of here.
Parks, left side carry, made up 4 of the 5 penalty yards, 2nd and 11. Parked with 7 career 100-yard games, already closing in on another one.
Well, he's had a great start. He brings a dimension to an offense. We talk about this when you have that guy who's a big playmaker, and every run is a potential break.
Hill turns and is tossed to the ground. Tried to baseball turn away from Porter Prather, and Prather had Hill around the ankles. Prather dropping Hill for a big loss. That's the first sack of the year by Prather.
Well, Prather's had a couple big plays, but none bigger than this one, a big-time sack. He got a great jump, barely blocked, and boy, Danville needed that. That's a great call. These defenses, Rob, know they have to be aggressive tonight. Too good of athletes, you just let them sit back there and make big plays. You got to pressure them.
That is a loss of 11, setting up 3rd down and 22. Whistle blows. Timeout called by Danville. So Jamie Comer uses his 2nd timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here with 9:50 to go. 3rd down and 22. This game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit We Endeavor or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory.
We do a lot of games for Endeavor. Thank you. Thank you a bunch, especially people in this area. So appreciate the fact they have great service from Endeavor, but also get to see some good football.
This is certainly shaping up as a back-and-forth chess match between these two coaches. Josh Yoder in his first year as the head man at Lebanon, but 20 years as an assistant, was the defensive coordinator for Lebanon last season. Jamie Comer in his 6th season here at Danville doing a phenomenal job. 44-18 Comer's record. 3rd and 22. Hill drops, looks, going for it down the sideline, and a tangle up between the corner and the receiver. Mondon got his legs tangled up with Hackelman.
I actually think that he slipped when he come back for the ball. I was watching him, and if they may have got some tangle, but he actually, when he cut to come back to the ball, Rob, he lost his footing. Take a look here. Watch his feet. Just flat out loses his feet.
Well, and that, I think, Jan, is a byproduct of the slippery turf.
Well,
We've had a light kind of sprinkle, drizzle alternate.
Which sometimes can be worse than just playing in the rain. Just enough where you think you can cut, but you can't. That's a great point.
So Mondon, who just slipped running that go route, is back to punt. And before Mondon can get the punt off, a timeout is called by Lebanon. So Mondon can't get the punt off. A timeout is called by his head coach before we can proceed. Yeah, it's clearly a slip by Mondon trying to come back to the ball that was underthrown.
Well, he had him too. I mean, they had the play there, and this probably would have been 6, but the ball's a little underthrown, and so as soon as he puts on the brakes, he wanted to put on his brakes, but his feet couldn't. So to your point earlier, just enough of a little bit of a rain here to now starting to make this thing a little slippery. Nothing severe, but just a quick cut might get you.
And I'm a little surprised. I thought perhaps at 4th and 22 where the ball was at the 34, Lebanon might have taken the approach, it's a 3rd and 22, excuse me. They might have said, okay, let's take this in 2 plays. But they went for it all there on 3rd down.
Well, they're a big play team. They've shown that all year. Wow, that was close.
Almost blocked, and the ball takes a hop into the end zone. Will come out for a touchback.
To your point there, Rob, after looking at Lebanon this week and looking at what they do and how they do it, they just feel like they're that big play-making type team. So they'll take some risks to get that little bit of element surprise, because just like you, I thought the same thing. Surely but here comes that element of surprise, and sometimes that's as big a football play as you can have is that element of surprise.
So each team defensively, after each team's offense scored on its first possession, on possession number 2, each team's defense gets a stop. Now Danville starts possession number 3 with the football at its own 20. Ward is under center, and the pitch back to Prather, who gets a rare carry. Or Drew Rector, excuse me. Rector with a rare carry, just his 12th of the year. And a loss of 1. Rector was unable to get the angle
that was good.
On that carry.
That was good coverage. We talked about and continue to talk about the quickness of Lebanon's defense against the edge running plays. They recover very nice.
So 2nd down and 11. Vu straight ahead, runs into a wall of white shirts. Joao Mavambo among the Tigers to pull Vu down after a gain of a couple. Mavambo, the senior nose tackle, number 90.
Well, all of a sudden, Danville's finding this 3rd down yard marker to be a little bit farther back on the last couple drives, Rob. 3rd and 7, Mammoth, because of where the ball is on the field.
Yeah, Lebanon playing the field position game here,
Absolutely.
trying to pin Danville in. Ward over the middle,
Oh,
and
what
it's
a
snared
play.
and picked off. Just the 2nd interception of the season for the Danville defense, and going up to get it, Andrew Kaler, the sophomore free safety.
Wow.
And a flag flies in late, well after the play.
Carter Ward tries to look this off. He looks at the wide out guy and to try to fake it, and then he throws to the over the middle guy and just threw it right to Lebanon. Take a look. See, watch his head. See, he looks and wants them to believe he's going to throw it in the flats. But then he tries to get the curl, and it's just flat out not there.
What a play by Kaler, the sophomore, with his first interception of the season. And again, that's just the 2nd interception for the Lebanon defense, the 2nd one thrown this season by Ward. There was a sideline warning. That was the flag thrown.
How about field position now for the Tigers?
Plus 34 for Danville. So the for Lebanon rather, first drive for either team beginning in plus territory. Hill's got all sorts of room. Hill's down the sideline,
He's
seeking
gone.
the pylon
He's
in.
gone.
Chris Hill, the quarterback for Lebanon. One play, all he needs to find the end zone from 34 yards out, and Lebanon, capitalizing on the turnover, takes the lead 13-7.
Well, this is all set up because of the defense. When you hand your offense just phenomenal field position, and boy, they waste no time of cashing in on a mistake. A mistake is one thing, but when you cash in on a mistake, make them pay, it elevates the disaster of the mistake.
On for the PAT, and knocking it through is Selmeyer. And just like that, it's 14-7. The Tigers capitalize on the Andrew Kaler interception. 8:42 to go first half. We'll take a break and come right back. You're watching Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network. A cloudy night here at Danville, covering the moon up a little bit.
I like it.
I've not seen any werewolves out here in Hendricks County.
A lot of a harvest, though. That's a harvest move, man. When I was coming in here, wow, was it Combine City.
Short kick taken by the up back at the 15. And some good moves to get out across the 30 by Jacob Fultz. A defensive back / kick returner.
Well, Rob, with 8:36 now left in the half, this Danville offense needs to stay on the field. They're only down by 1 touchdown. It's not panic time at all, but they need to really get a drive going and finish the drive.
Well, turnovers certainly a key to the game. Lebanon getting the game's first takeaway and turning it into a score and needing just one play to do so. Vu barging his way out across the 40 to the 41. Good first down run of 7. Danville pounding away with Vu. Already Vu's 7th carry for 27 yards. Averages almost 85 yards a game, does the senior Min Vu. 2nd and 3.
Well, you'd love to get this if you're Danville. You don't want to go 3rd and short.
Hood is the back.
There
Hood's
you
got
go.
the carry. Hood's out to the 50.
Good explosion right there. Talking about the offensive line getting off the football. When Danville's front line gets off the football like that, they're going to get 3 to 5 yards. They just are. That wasn't even close. That was a great surge by the offensive line on that left side. He read the blocks. Honestly, that was as good as the explosion from that offensive front line as I've seen all this game. They just flat out really got off the ball.
Hood ran behind that left side of the junior tackle, Jackson Whitson, and the senior guard, Drake Sharp. It was Hood's first carry of the second quarter. Hood got the lone Danville touchdown in the first quarter. Hood with the delayed run and another good first down run. Jan, for the most part, these Danville back duo of Vu and Hood are breaking off 6-7 yards a pop on first down.
Yeah, they threw a little wrinkle there. They turned that into a trap play. It looked a lot like the first one, but this time they pull guards, and what that does is get the defenders blocked by a different guy. Basically the same play, but the blocking was completely different.
So again, a very playbook is open, 2nd and 4 for Danville. Lynch in motion. Hood stumbling, but righted himself and able to get another first down inside the 40.
I like the way Hood's running right now. Both runners are running good, but Hood is really getting off the ball, doing a great job of reading his blocks. We talked about when they got this ball, Rob, they need to continue to stay on the field, first downs, and complete this drive looking at 6:30. They got tons of time.
Well, Jan, you played the position in the offensive line. You get that momentum.
No question.
Blowing that defense 3-4 yards off the ball.
And I think momentum is an underestimated piece of an offensive lineman.
And Hood's in the
He's
secondary.
gone.
He may go, and he will go.
He's gone.
Second touchdown of the game for Dayton Hood. This one from 39.
Absolutely a massive hole between right guard and right tackle, and he does the rest. When we get take a look at this, look at the hole. You, I, and the rest of the crowd could ran through that hole. Absolutely a mammoth hole by the line, and he does the rest.
That's Dayton Hood's longest run of the season, 39 yards on the touchdown. And Danville a point away from tying this one up at 14. Evan Beck knocks it through. And we're tied up at 14, so Danville finds the answer. Tonight's game is brought to us by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build in Indiana. We are LIUNA. Well, Jan, when Danville came out for that drive at the Warrior 34, you mentioned what a pivotal drive it would be.
Question.
6 plays later, Dayton Hood finds the end zone from 39 yards out. And what we saw, not just from the running game, but from the Danville 5 up front, they controlled the line of scrimmage through those 6 plays. There were 6 running plays, and those 5 men up front were blowing the Lebanon line off the field.
You know, and there's a lot of good in that. Obviously, this is a more mature team than when we seen it earlier. They came back. They answered the bell. They played very well in that drive. They showed confidence to themselves, to their coaches, and to this crowd. Keep the crowd in it. I thought it was a really, really well done, excellent drive for the Danville Warriors.
So an answer for Danville. Let's see what Lebanon has. Mondon is deep. Mondon was covered nicely by the Danville kick coverage team the last time. Mondin looking for an alley and is pinned on the sideline. Not a lot of space to run. Mondin steps out at the 24.
And here's the other piece of the puzzle. And listen, Wendy, there are some that do play offense and defense, but your defense sits there and watches your offense play really, really good. You feed off that. So the defense should be inspired now for Danville. Let's see now how Lebanon comes on back on the field and see what they can do to answer the bell.
That Danville touchdown drive officially 2 minutes, 27 seconds, and 66 yards, 6 plays. So Chris Hill, who previous drive it just took one play after the Lebanon interception. Hill took it all the way, the quarterback keeper, from 34 yards. Hill will turn and hand to Parks, and Parks able to twist his way out across the 30 for a good first down run.
Well, they have to know where he's at, don't they? He's just one step away. You don't make that tackle right there, he may be gone. That's how crucial it is. You know where he's at.
Yeah, Parks just 8 yards away from a 100-yard first half on just sitting on 92 yards right now on 8 carries.
That's not a bad half, though, right?
No, that's pretty good. Second down and a short 2. Parks again. Parks in the secondary. Tackled from behind by a hustling Porter Prather, who saved a big game.
Yes, he did. Prather comes out, the junior comes out of nowhere. Quite honestly, saves almost another break. Boy, they have got to know where he's at.
That's a gain of 12.
He's got to be over 100 now,
And
doesn't he?
he is at 104 as Parks.
Yes, sir. How's that for math?
My goodness.
You set me up, though, because I only knew he needed 5 yards.
Put that one on a tee for you. I
Yes,
do that
you did.
occasionally.
Yeah, I need some. I need some few more tees.
Fresh set of downs for the Tigers. We're tied at 14. Fake the give to Parks. In the flat, set up a screen, and breaking tackles, still on his feet, is the receiver Jacob Jones. First catch for the senior. Comes in the second leading receiver from both a receptions and yardage standpoint. 15-292 for Jones respectively coming in, and that's a nice gainer of 17 for Jones.
That's a mature play. That's a senior, understands this is his last year, and he refuses to go down unless you bring him down.
First completion of the second quarter for Hill.
I like this offense. It's been impressive.
Lebanon really does. You mentioned earlier, Jan, they give the defense a lot of different
they
looks, involve a lot of different players. Hill steps up in the pocket, hit as he throws, and it's broken up at the last minute.
That's good defense.
Hill was again going to Jones, and getting a hand in that time was the safety Alex Brown, who made a touchdown-saving tackle on the sideline on Parks earlier in the ball game.
Really good stop.
Brown's 4th pass breakup of the season. Knocked it away, 2nd and 10.
The last thing you want to do as a defensive player is have to overthink what you're doing, because you stop reacting. Play hard. Then you start thinking, and that's what this Lebanon offense tries to do to the defense. Oh, is he going here? Is he going here? Now you're thinking versus playing hard.
Parks straight up the middle. Parks spinning, has the first down, able to twist his way past the marker. Needed the 29, got the 28, maybe the 27. They'll put it down at the 28. Either way, it's a first down and a gain of 11.
Well, 4:05, clock running, big play. Who's going to go into halftime with the lead, or will we say tied? Danville's defense has got their work cut out for them here. Lebanon with some momentum on this offensive drive.
Now Park gets a rest, sitting on 115 yards. Jeremiah Howard, the back end, who goes in motion. Howard has a touchdown catch. Hill looked Howard's way, tried to run it up the middle, but Danville was ready. The alley closed quickly. There to help shut the door was Paxton Trump, who's in there pulling double duty, number 53, playing a little nose tackle.
Well, he's an
athlete.
Trump. Yeah, there's no doubt. He is an athlete. And going down the stretch here, you got to play. You don't want to play him both ways, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Well, especially later in the season
Oh,
when
yeah.
the temperature's cooler, you can get away with
Good
it. You can't
point.
really do it in late August and early September.
You make a good point. But you're going to see more and more play both ways in the smaller schools.
Hill sets up the screen, has a man. There's room to run. Accelerating toward the end zone. Finding the end zone. Did he get there? Parks did.
No, he did
No,
not.
he's short. And Parks is spotted a yard short. So it's a 29-yard catch and run for Parks. Spotted at the 1.
This play is all about execution. The timing needs to be perfect. The placement needs to be perfect. And then you need to sell it, and Lebanon did all three. And they got it to their playmaker.
So Lebanon is at the 1. Second trip into the red zone for the Tigers tonight, where they are 1 for 1. Hill turns, gives to Parks. Parks lowers his head
Walks in.
and burrows his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. 9th touchdown of the year for the senior Josh Parks, and Lebanon has regained the lead.
Well, one word for that drive, Josh Parks. That's 2 words, but still, what a unbelievable set of downs he had in that whole drive. Give credit to their front line and the execution. The execution of that drive, Rob, was precise. Really, really well done.
Connor Selmeyer on for the PAT. It's good. So Lebanon has regained the lead. 21-14 our score, 2:14 to go. Couple things to keep in mind here as we come down the stretch. Danville has just 1 timeout remaining, and Lebanon will get the ball to start the second half.
I kind of felt like there'd be some points scored tonight, and so far I think I'm right.
Well, Lebanon is 2 for 2 in the red zone.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Jamie Comer, I think, Jan, with Lebanon getting the ball to start the second half, and Lebanon has scored on its last 2 possessions, I think you almost have to get some kind of points here if you're Danville.
I think you're right.
On this possession.
That's a great point because Lebanon does get the ball. It's going to put pressure if you don't, I can tell you that. Tons of time. They say you can go 80 yards if you execute in 2 minutes, so they should have plenty of time if they can execute.
Trevor Lynch and Jacob Fultz deep. The up back takes it. That's Shipley for Danville. Shipley able to advance it a few yards out across the 30. And we'll see where they ultimately spot the football.
This is
like
where,
about the 32.
Rob, this is where your offense really could rely on your wide receivers and those good, quick 4 or 5 out patterns. Get 4 or 5 yards, stop the clock. Let's see how Danville handles it. You got to sprinkle the run in there, but really a lot of out-type passes is what you typically see in this 2-minute type warning.
Give to Vu straight ahead, and Vu gets a couple. Waiting to wrap Vu up was Arson Mapanda. And we have not called Mapanda's name often tonight, Jan, but that doesn't mean Mapanda hasn't been a factor. Oftentimes, he's occupied 2 or 3 linemen, and that's given a teammate an opportunity to make a play.
I think we're going to look back at this and see what this Danville offense is made out of, what they can do with this 2 minutes.
Well, the quarterback, Ward's got some room to run, seeking the sideline, pushed out of bounds, more than enough to get a first down. And we talked at the top, Jan, about Ward, only a junior, but this is 23rd start, excuse me.
Well, Ward,
so you've got a guy who knows how to manage a game.
He does. He doesn't run a lot. He only averages about 11 yards a game, so he's not that real dual threat type quarterback, but that doesn't mean he can't run because clearly he showed right there he makes a good, smart decision.
Gain of 18 there. Fresh set of downs. And Vu is wrapped up in the backfield for a loss, and Jamie Comer has to burn a timeout. And again, it's Mapanda for another tackle for loss.
Well, behind the chains now.
Yep, and that's the final timeout, at least by my count. Scoreboard does not keep track of timeouts, but by my count, that's the final. Oh, I just found it on the scoreboard. That is indeed the final timeout by my count, called by Danville. 1:25 to go here in the half. Well, on the basketball court, former Danville Warrior Travis Carroll was an Indiana All-Star. Now he's an All-Star in the field of real estate. Wherever you may be located in the Indy area, you can count on Remax Centerstone and Travis Carroll. Reach out for your complimentary market assessment on your home today. And call them at 317-966-7338. That's 317-966-7338. Now, the scoreboard is showing that Danville has one timeout remaining, so we'll keep an eye on that. Either way, what we know is that it's second down and 11.
I just found it, too. It's that big bar there. That's what the timeout is.
In the flat, pass to Shipley, no gain, and Shipley was unable to get out of bounds on a great tackle by Nico Trepkos.
Danville with a brand new spanking, state-of-the-art digital scoreboard, so the timeouts are really quite big, but you got to look for them.
You got to hunt for it.
Yes, you do. There's 2 for Lebanon and 1 for Danville.
Third down and 11. Ward rolls, throws, and the throw short hops. The intended receiver incomplete. And the receiver out there on the wing was Jackson Sharp.
Now you got to be a little careful.
And Danville's going to punt it away.
You cannot hand Lebanon any room here at all. Boy, that could be disastrous if Lebanon gets another score before halftime.
First punt of the game for Danville. It's Porter Prather is the punter, the junior linebacker. Averages just under 39 yards a kick. And it's a short sidewinder. They kick it away from Mondon. Mondon backs away and watches it roll to the stop at the 15.
Well, Danville, quite honestly, was not able to do much with that at all. Man, they had 2 minutes plus and just really stymied on that drive.
Got 1 first down, and that was all the further that Danville could get. So the ball placed at the 15. Lebanon has 2 timeouts.
Yes, they do.
And gets the ball to start the second half.
And they're built for a big play. So don't think I'll be a little surprised if they just set on it here. Now you got the lead, you don't want to do anything silly and hand Danville a touchdown, but they're just not built to set on anything.
Lebanon has 6 explosive plays in this first half. Flag flies and Hill is sacked in the backfield. Second sack of the game for Lebanon. Or for Danville, rather. That's Logan Thompson, the team's leader in sacks.
Logan Thompson's been a solid football player for Danville, no question about it. Great tackle there.
That is Thompson's team best 4th sack of the year, and now it looks like Lebanon is content to just let this clock run out. Maybe you see if you can get something on first down, and Lebanon didn't get it, so the Tigers will just say, you know what?
Yeah, probably
We've got the lead. We're going to get the ball to start the second half. We'll just go ahead and take it into the dressing room and enjoy this 7-point lead. Go in and talk about it. So that is our score. The Lebanon Tigers leading Danville at the break by the score of 21-14. We'll step out. And when we return, we'll have all the particulars on tonight's halftime show. That's just around the corner. After this pause, you're watching Indiana High School football right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Rob Brown, Jan Bozier back with you here at halftime. And Lebanon leads Danville at the break by the score of 21-14. Let's take a look at how the first half unfolded. Each team scored on its first possession of the game. Danville got the ball first and went on a 5-play drive, capped by a 2-yard run by the junior running back, Dayton Hood. Lebanon responded quickly, going 7 plays and scoring on an 11-yard pass from Chris Hill to the junior running back, Jeremiah Howard, coming out of the backfield. Then the game kind of swung, Jan, in terms of Lebanon able to kind of get out ahead of Danville on the first half's only turnover, and that was an interception inside Danville's half of the field. There was a pick by Andrew Kaler, the sophomore free safety of Lebanon. That set Lebanon up with a plus territory drive start, the only one of the first half for either team. Lebanon starting its third possession of the half on the Danville 34. The Tigers need just one play to get it in the end zone. Quarterback Chris Hill on the quarterback keep was able to get outside and take it in from the left side, 34 yards. Lebanon then took the lead on that play, 14-7. To Danville's credit, though, they came back on a nice drive, 6 plays and 66 yards. Dayton Hood, his second touchdown of the half, 39 yards. Danville tied it back up, but Lebanon came back and responded with a drive of its own. It was all Josh Parks on that drive, a couple of nice runs of 12 and 11 yards, and then a 29-yard screen pass and run by Parks put Lebanon at the 1, and then Parks took it in from 1 yard out. That closed out the scoring. So it was really Parks providing the offense for Lebanon, Dayton Hood with 2 touchdown runs for Danville. But a really entertaining back-and-forth first half between Lebanon and Danville, Jen.
You know, I can't say how important that drive by Danville to make this a one-score game at halftime was. Clearly, I mean, Lebanon takes advantage of the big turnover. Clearly, the turnover by Danville really haunt them because Lebanon cashed in on it, and that's the difference right now, or this would be potentially a tie game. But it was really, really, in my page, necessary for Danville to take that drive, put it in, and keep within 1 touchdown. That's a complete different dynamics than when you're a couple scores down.
Well, we're going to take our first break here in the half. When we come back, we'll look at some first half stats. That's coming up next. Lebanon leads Danville at the break here in the heart of Hendricks County, 21-14 our score. We're back with more in a moment. You're watching Indiana High School football right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Well, the harvest moon, if you will, here over Danville.
That looks spooky.
A little spooky.
Harvest moon.
And I think because it's October, we're still a long way away since it's only October 3rd, but I've given myself permission to eat copious amounts of Halloween candy already. So I'm well on my way.
I like it.
I'm well on my way on that front. Let's take a look at some first half numbers. As we take a look at some first half numbers, Jan, the total yards are almost dead even. Lebanon at 184 total yards, 155 passing, 155 rushing rather, 29 passing. Danville 130 rushing, 67 passing, so 197. So you're almost dead even there.
Yeah.
Turnovers.
There's the one big stat.
Because that led to 7 points
Sure did.
for Lebanon, and that's the difference in the game. And you look at fourth down conversions. We talked about that. Lebanon was able to convert a fourth down on its first touchdown drive to keep that drive going. And one of the 2 drives that Danville didn't score on in the first half was a drive that it didn't convert a fourth down. That ended a drive for the Warriors. So fourth down conversions also a key in that first half for Danville.
13 yards separate these two ball clubs at halftime, but the one big stat that just really sticks out to you is that turnover, and you could circle the turnover because it turned into a touchdown. Turnovers always hurt you, but when they turn into touchdown, I think sometimes we ought to circle them. I'm sure Danville's hurt enough. We'll try not to just pounce on that, but clearly that's the difference in this game as far as the lead.
Well, and we circle back to a couple of Jan's keys to the game. Coming out sharp, I think both teams did that, obviously scoring on their first possessions of the game. So both offenses came out and did what they had to do. First down efficiency, both teams have really set themselves up for 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, certainly 3rd and manageable. Turnover, we talked about the turnover that put Lebanon in a chance to lead this game, and penalties have been a non-issue with both teams having 1 penalty for 5 yards in that first half. Penalties may decide this second half if one of the 2 teams gets sloppy.
No, I completely agree with you. But you look at these stats, I mean, both teams nearly 200 yards, give or take. That's a lot of yards. What's really important now is these defensive ball clubs are in there trying to make some adjustments. Guys, what can we do? What's working? What's not? Because if they duplicate these yards, if these teams get 400 yards in a game, that's a bunch of offense. So who knows what the score can be. So I really think the pressure is on both these defenses coming out for the second half.
Yeah, you look at season totals, and certainly when we're 6 games into a season, we've got a large enough sample size that the numbers aren't skewed. And Danville offensively averages just about 310 a game offensively,
right,
and Lebanon about 365. So both of these teams a little bit ahead of what they average on a per-game basis. So, again, I think to your point, Jan, this game may be decided by which team defensively can get the extra stop or 2 here in the second half. Both teams had, in that first half, had 5 possessions, so you're probably looking at about the same number. Which team can get 3 stops? If we're looking at 10 total possessions, each team gets 5. Which team can get 3 stops in the second half? Maybe the team that wins the game.
I completely agree, Rob. The other thing they're talking about, guys, we got to keep everything in front of us. We cannot allow anything behind us. We have to have pressure and keep everything in front of us going into the second half.
Well, we're going to take another break. When we come back here to Danville, we'll have more from halftime as we edge toward the start of the second half. Lebanon leads 21-14. The Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. We'll have more in a moment. You're watching Indiana High School football on the IHSAA Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Rob Brown, Jan Bozier back with you here at halftime at Danville, as Lebanon leads Danville by the score of 21-14. Time now to take a look at some of our first half highlights. There were plenty of first half highlight plays. Danville hit 2 long pass plays on the first drive of the game, both of them to Drew Rector, and that set up Dayton Hood for a short touchdown. Josh Parks, though, came back with some long runs of his own, one of 28 and one of 33 on Lebanon's first touchdown drive. And then here's the touchdown, a little flip out in the flat to Jeremiah Howard, put Lebanon on the board. But then an interception. There's the one turnover of the first half. Andrew Kaler got in the passing lane to get the pick, and then Chris Hill capitalizing. First play after the pick put Lebanon on top. But then Dayton Hood got loose on the subsequent Danville drive. 39-yard touchdown run by Hood, tied the game back up. Then Lebanon, after Parks' catch and run on the screen, put Lebanon down to the 1. The Tigers were able to knock it in on the subsequent play by Parks. Parks was huge, Jan, on that go-ahead drive. He had runs of 12 and 11, and then that 1-yard push put him in. Parks in that first half, we didn't close the book on his stat line. In that first half, the senior Josh Parks, his 8th career 100-yard game, and he did it all in one half of play. Parks had 11 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. And then just for a little extra fun, 2 catches for 37 yards, and that 29-yard catch and run set up his 1-yard touchdown run, which currently is the difference in the ballgame.
You know what I noticed there? After taking a second look at that Andrew Kaler interception, that was a much more difficult interception than I first.
Yeah, he laid out.
My first glance, I go, oh, man, he just read that perfect, which he did.
He did.
But in the second time I looked at the replay, that was an interesting interception. He really had to reach out and get that.
Yeah, not only did he read it, but he had to lay out to make the play in addition. Let's take one more look.
Take a look at this. Look at that. I mean, we got to give that boy a little more credit. That was not an easy interception. Great replay, guys.
Yeah, so just the second interception of the season for Lebanon's defense and the first interception of the season for the sophomore Andrew Kaler. We're going to take one more break here on the halftime. When we come back, we'll take you up to the start of the third quarter. Again, Lebanon will get the football to start it, and that's coming up next. You're watching Indiana High School football on the IHSAA Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
There's the Warriors TP at the north end of the stadium, waiting for the Warriors to come back out, waiting for the Tigers to come back out as well. Kickers are back out. Usually the first ones out of the locker room to start the second half. The kickers, yeah. Kickers are usually the first ones back out. And tonight's game is brought to us by Endeavor Communications, proudly sponsoring this contest tonight. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. Well, alongside Jan Bozier, Rob Brown with you tonight. Great crew working with us this evening, headed up by our director, Charlie Hammock, Alex Lovern, Matt Armstrong, Dalton Cox, Eldon Wheeler, Sierra Borkowski working alongside us tonight, our great ISC Sports Network crew. Glad you're spending part of the first Friday night of October with us. Just a beautiful weather evening, especially after this brief rain shower and lightning moved out prior to kickoff, and then we had a little bit of sprinkles during the first quarter, but that has moved away. And these teams coming out to get loose. We talked a little bit, but we've got a little bit of time to expound. We talked a little bit about these teams are in the Sagamore Conference, and the conference for this year only is down to 4 teams. It'll be back to 6 next year. And the Sagamore Conference was an 8-team league not long ago, but things kind of splintered last year as Tri-West went to the new Hoosier Legends Conference, and then you had Southmont, Western Boone, Crawfordsville, Frankfort, and North Montgomery left to form the new Monon Conference. So that left Lebanon and Danville. Lebanon and Danville then joined forces with Lafayette, West Lafayette, Harrison, and McCutcheon, who were, how shall we say, voted out of the North Central Conference.
Poor guy's been voted out twice. They were voted out of the Hoosier Crossroads.
They were looking for a home, were the two Tippecanoe County schools. So they joined forces with Lebanon and Danville, and then they will welcome in the 2 Terre Haute schools, Terre Haute South, Terre Haute North, as Conference Indiana continues to splinter. So this Sagamore Conference will become a 6-team league as of next year. And Lebanon is one of the original Sagamore Conference schools when the league began in 1967. Danville joined the league in 1999. So this will be a 6-team league starting next year.
Can you name the original people in the Sagamore Conference?
Boy, oh boy, I know Carmel was.
Carmel was.
Was Noblesville? Noblesville was. Was
Lebanon? You know.
Was Noblesville in the league when you were playing at Noblesville?
Yes, they were.
Okay, there we go.
You got 3. You need.
Was Anderson Highland?
No. Frankfort. I'll give you another
Frankfort.
one.
Okay.
And one more.
Crawfordsville. Was Crawfordsville
yes,
one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Brownsburg.
Brownsburg. Okay.
There
Was
you
Brownsburg an original?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, when you were playing at Noblesville, how many of those teams were still in the league?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's who was in.
That was still the league when
yep,
you were playing.
Yep,
okay.
Yep. I think. Now, Carmel left. They may have left.
They go to the Olympic?
They went to Olympic. Yeah, Carmel may have left our senior year. That's very possible. I don't remember. It's been a few days since
it's been a while.
But that was original. Sagamore was huge back then.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so it's been around for a long time.
Glad to see the conference holding together.
I'm pretty sure Carmel left for the Olympic prior to me becoming a senior. I'm pretty sure they did. In fact, I'm almost positive they did. Back then, you know, my junior year is when the tournament started. There were 3 classes, and it was a point system, and you basically had to go undefeated to get in the playoffs.
Yes.
Because there's a point system. Not everybody, because everybody had a different points based upon whatever. So depending on who you played, you almost at times had to go undefeated. So it was a unique system. Then they went to the cluster system.
Yep.
And now everybody gets in.
Yep.
And has for some time.
And my sophomore year in high school, 1985, was the first year of the current system where everybody got in.
Yeah.
And
because back then we played 10 games. They cut it back to 9 because when everybody win, they needed more weeks to do all the tournament brackets. Yeah.
And everyever's first sectional game became the 10th game.
Yep. You're exactly right.
Yep.
See, I don't remember much, but for some reason, Rob, I do remember that.
Can't remember what I ate for lunch last week, but I remember what the tournament setup was in 1985, 40 years ago.
My senior year, they initiated the wild card.
Oh, yeah, sure. I remember that.
And I think that's how we got in, because we played my senior year against Warren Central because we became the wild card.
Okay.
I think. Somebody's going to tell me I'm completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was.
So we're ready to go. Jan and I will quit combing through the dustbins of history, and we'll get you back to the present day.
This is sacred ground to these guys because the Sagamore Conference is what these guys play.
I know.
So we give our audience a little bit of history of the whole conference.
I'm glad that they kept it together.
Yeah, I am too. Hey, I think it's going to be a big half. I think these teams talked about a lot of things. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to execution, field position, getting those first downs, and finish and drive. Let's see who can do the best job at it, Rob.
So Mondin is deep. Beck is on to kick it away. Howard is one of the upbacks. Howard also has a kick return for a touchdown. So Danville's kick coverage was very tight in the first half. Has to continue to be so here in the second half.
I think this half, starting off here, is going to really challenge this Danville defense.
And Beck able to kick one into the end zone. And I believe is Beck's, it is Beck's first touchback of the season.
You get a stop if you're Danville, get the ball, man, that's great. If you allow Lebanon to go up 2 touchdowns, that's really bad. So this defensive possession, in my opinion, is the biggest defensive possession so far in this game for Danville.
Neither team was able to flip the field position in that first half. So I think that maybe the first team defensively that can flip the field will have a leg up. Josh Parks, the running back behind Chris Hill, with a stellar first half. 11 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Hill looks, and the throw is behind his intended receiver, Talon Perkeiser. Perkeiser has appeared in just one game this year, missed a couple. After being banged up, I know the coaches were happy to get Perkeiser back in the lineup tonight.
You know, Rob, when you're a defense like Danville is right now and you're playing against a really wide-open offense like Lebanon, you cannot communicate too much. Really, defense against really good teams who do a lot of things really comes down to how well you communicate as a defense.
And Hill is dropped again by Prather on the play action. Prather was not fooled, and Prather has his second sack of the night.
That's huge.
That's the third sack for the Danville defense.
Boy, he come down barreling too.
And that's a huge loss back to the 11-yard line. That's a loss of 9.
I don't think he was blocked.
Well, that's the if you're making a list on the Danville defense of the players you want to leave unblocked, I think Prather would be the last guy on the list.
Don't want to be one of them. That looked like a wrestling move, didn't it?
It did.
Threw him down.
So 3rd and very long, 3rd and 19. Hill, deep drop, steps up, throws over the middle, and a leaping catch. Leaping catch by Jacob Jones right down the seam.
Rob, did he throw a strike or what? Holy cow, did he throw that hard? And he threw this because this was in double coverage, and he threw it where only his guy could get it. What a well of a catch by Jacob Jones.
It's a gain of 23. It's a fantastic play on both ends. Fabulous throw and a fabulous catch. Give to Parks, gets through a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Still breaking tackles is Parks and has a gain of 11.
He's got a first down is what he's got. Second, third, and fourth effort, and that young man on his own doing got a first down. That's a different type of back, Rob, who does that.
And Prather appears to be shaken up.
Take a look at this. See how many, there's a shirt hits him, there's another Danville, there's another Danville, there's another Danville. They got 4 people who got a hand on him, but finally after a first down, they bring him down. Man, they have got to get, the best way to tackle this guy is with multiple people. He's very difficult for a solo tackler to bring him down.
So a gain of 11 for Parks. Fresh set of downs out to the 45. Seemed like it was just a couple plays ago that Danville had.
Man, these Danville backs. They're like sprinters. You see when the ball snap like a sprinter, you know, on a track, boom, they get off the ball.
That was Howard. Just a few plays ago, Danville had Lebanon pinned. 3rd and 19 at the 11, and now Howard with a gain of 10. It's another fresh set of downs, and Lebanon's got it out across the 50 to the Danville 45.
Eating clock, eating yardage. Offense stays on the field. Recipe for scoring.
Already the 8th play of the drive. And the edge is had, but this run is going to come back. It's a big run inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, I can't believe it. This one is going to come back.
That's Nico Trepkos, the safety, getting a rare carry. But that is going to come back for a hold. That's Trepkos' second rush of the season. Chris Hill is waving his arm, telling his offense to come back.
Well, that's one of the big mistakes here of this game for Lebanon, to have a penalty that basically brings back a huge run back on a holding call. Let's take a look at the holding call. 56. Right.
Yeah, on the back. It was on the backside.
Backside, yeah. What a run. Wow.
That's just the third penalty combined for both teams.
Been pretty clean play. That's a good point.
A low penalty game.
I like it. I don't like penalties for either team. I like good, clean football.
So 1st down and 20 after the penalty. The walk-off puts the Tigers back in their own territory.
Yes, and
at least for the time being.
And first in a bunch. And so Danville's got to take advantage of this now. You're going to probably see – you got to be careful about blitz and Lebanon, though, because how quick their backs are.
Hill, pass goes through the hands of the intended receiver, and Hill was again hit as he threw. There to apply pressure. That was Bryce Egan, the leading tackler. The linebacker, number 30, got through and applied pressure on Hill. Incomplete.
Second and long now. Now you might put a little more play. Danville will blitz one. Probably won't blitz two because of how quick these backs are. Because if you get back by that first layer and off a blitz, that's problematic. So they can't blitz a lot, but they may throw somebody.
Hill stands in down the sideline and
he grabbed him. I seen him right when he did it. Absolutely. If we get a chance to look at this, you're going to see he knows he's beat, which is actually not a bad play, by the way, in high school football. If you think you're going to get beat, go ahead and grab it because it's only cost you 15.
Well, it's an especially good play on 2nd and 20 because it's not an automatic first down in high school football.
So you got not that big a thing to lose. You're exactly right.
I think everyone is so pre-programmed because we all watch a copious amounts of college and pro. We think it's a pass interference is an automatic first down, but in high school it is not. It's 15 yards.
And not an automatic first down.
Yeah, so it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah,
you'd rather do that than give up the score.
Absolutely.
If you're beaten down the sideline.
That's actually a smart play if you're beat.
Give to Parks on 2nd and 5, and the Warriors are ready for it. And again, there's Paxton Trump playing two ways, the All-State guard with the long hair flowing. Number 53 makes the stop, no gain, so it's 3rd and 5.
That penalty's been like that for a long time in high school.
That's the first time tonight that Parks has been stopped for no gain.
3rd and call it about 5 or 6. This is as big as it gets for Danville right here. Right here is field position, play stoppage, a whole lot on this one right here, Rob.
Thinking maybe location.
Blitz.
This is a 2-down play, and Parks can't bring in the screen pass, and Prather's there to deliver a hit, arriving at the same time as the football. Incomplete, 4th and 5.
That's the best Danville's read this outer screen. Lebanon has shown this multiple times when they need that, but Danville plays it absolutely perfect. It kind of caught on. That's a great time for Lebanon to run that play, and they defensed it perfectly. Going to go for it, Rob.
Lebanon going for it on 4th down. Tigers 1 for 1 on 4th down tonight. That came on the opening drive of the game in which the Tigers converted and ultimately found the end zone later in the drive.
5 yards won't get him a first down.
Heat coming. Hill steps up. Kept his feet, did Hill. Still on his feet. Hill maneuvering inside the 20.
Goodness.
What a move by Hill. Still going inside the 5. Chris
You
Hill
have
with a
got
phenomenal
to be
fourth
kidding
down
me.
scramble. Gets inside the 5-yard line. What a run by the senior quarterback.
Rob, go ahead. Try to tackle this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a shifty runner. They are so difficult to bring down. Speed, quickness, agility, reads the field. Wow.
Officially, that's a 36-yard gain for the senior quarterback, Chris Hill, and another explosive play, second of the quarter for Lebanon. Hill gives to Parks, and Parks is met in the backfield. That's Bryce Egan with the stop.
Yeah, Egan comes into today, beating the leading tackler with 68. He certainly has more of that so far with tonight's ball game, but he is certainly really good, and the good news for Danville, just a junior.
No gain for Parks, second down and goal at the 4.
Wow, what a run, Rob.
Oh, my.
Obviously seen that one in my dreams. I have a tendency to hang on to these unbelievable runs. Count
And
it.
that's Trepkos with the carry. And Trepkos finds the end zone.
Don't see any flags. That's going to be 6.
Nick Trepkos, his first rushing touchdown of the season. And Lebanon has a 2-score advantage.
Well, Lebanon finds something on this left side. See how they overloaded and sealed that left side to get the edge. And, man, when these backs for Lebanon get the edge, that's just getting the edge is a danger territory.
PAT by Selmeyer is up and good. So it's a 13-play drive, 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Lebanon has a 2-score advantage, 28-14. We'll take a break and come right back. We'll have more after this on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
So a 13-play, 80-yard drive, and on that drive, Jan, Lebanon converted a 3rd down and 19 from its own 11, and then you had the 4th and 5, 36-yard cone drill scramble by the senior quarterback, Chris Hill, to put the Tigers on 1st and goal at the 4. What a drive by the Tigers to start this second half. There's a ground ball kick off that's fielded by Shipley inside the 25, and Shipley is pushed out of bounds by Trepkos, who just scored the touchdown seconds ago. There's Trepkos, the senior safety.
You know, you can watch, you can scout, you can watch film, and until you get to see a team live to understand the talent and the quickness of some of their players, Lebanon's backs and quarterback are just a different level of quickness and just open field running.
First possession of the second half for Danville. Vu up the middle and is wrapped up straight away. Into the backfield quickly with the wrap up is Willie Shelton.
Well, there's no question, Rob. It was 7-18. If I'm Danville, I got a little sense of urgency with me here. If just not eating this clock up, they have got to score. They've got to finish drives, specifically how they typically have to get these drives finished, and that's on the ground.
Vu picked up 2. Ward on the keep, and the alley for the pitch on the option was closed off, so Ward had to keep it and was just able to get past the line of scrimmage before Ward was gang tackled.
I don't know if
by a trio of Tigers.
I don't know if we can take a look at that or not, guys, but Jay Oliver absolutely plays as the outside linebacker, really makes this play for defense as he forces him to keep the ball. He denies the pitch, man, forces the quarterback to get the ball, and the key is then your backside really helps you out.
Now here's a 3rd and long for Danville. Trying to stay on the field, the Danville offense. Ward looking for a long one, has a man, it's caught.
There you go.
It's caught, it's Rector, and Rector will take it all the way. 64 yards. The third long catch of the night for Rector, and the first one to find the end zone. And
right.
Danville's right back in it.
He got behind the receiver, and this ball's perfectly thrown. Had his man beat by a good 2 yards, does the rest, stays on his feet. Boy, that's a big-time play. And Danville's found some big plays through the air tonight. None bigger than that one right there.
Boy, that came just when Danville needed it. There's the answer from Carter Ward. High snap, and the flag flies. Hold everything. That's the 10th touchdown pass of the season by Ward. And the 7th touchdown catch. That leads the team from Drew Rector.
Man, did Danville need that. We've known Carter Ward has an arm. I mean, he's shown through the years he certainly has had the arm. I think it's just taken a little time to get new receivers acclimated, get it both on the same page. And at times tonight, they have really found the deep ball.
Beck able to knock it through. So that took just 1 minute and 20 seconds and 3 plays.
Well, that's even, quite honestly, scoring is one thing, but the fact they did it in such short time really, really helped Danville's cause.
So Carter Ward hooking up with Drew Rector from 64 yards out. Drew Rector has 3 receptions for 131 yards.
That's impressive.
That's not too far off from what Rector did in the season opener at Gibson Southern. 141 yards on just 2 catches and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, very well executed. The key there for Danville is he had plenty of time to allow those receivers to get down the field, and they had plenty of time to throw the football. And the receiver got a good separation. The ball was well thrown. Absolutely what Danville needed to get right back in this thing.
Well, just like we saw in the first half, the teams start the second half scoring on their first possessions. This time it was Lebanon scoring first and Danville with the answer, the inverse of what we saw in half number 1.
Don't you feel like in a game like this, Rob, that you need to stay within a score? You really
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
It's just so difficult. Not that it's impossible.
Yeah,
you certainly help your cause staying within one score.
You got to stay within arm's length.
Yeah, I
for
completely
sure.
agree.
There's a punch kick to the corner. They're trying to keep it away from Mondon, knowing how dangerous Mondon is. If you're just joining us, Mondon, number 5 in white there, who was deep for Lebanon, ran a kickoff back for a touchdown in the middle of the fourth quarter last week, and that proved to be the deciding score in Lebanon's 21-14 win at Triton Central last week. So the second straight touchback for the kicker, Evan Beck, will force the Tigers to begin at their own 20.
You know, Rob, you look at Danville's offense through the last 6 games, 37, 27, 27, 49, 25, 28. This offense has been able to score. And so it's not surprising they continue to do that. Now they've got to get some stops.
Hill has Parks to his right. Hill rolling, looking downfield, throws. It's caught by Jones. Out past the marker and a first down. Third catch for Jones this evening. That one for 11.
Jones had an impressive day. He has really run sharp routes. He's really a solid receiver for them. When they need something, they're not afraid to look at him, and he does run after catch is pretty good as well.
Hill looking toward the bench. Evan Stambaugh, the offensive coordinator for Lebanon, the former decorated quarterback for the Tigers, class of 17. Parks on the carry and wrapped up by a trio of Warriors. Egan was there, as was Prather.
Big stop.
Getting in there also, Ian Reyes was in there as well, number 97.
Now you got a little cushion if you're Danville here to play with. 4 or 5 yards, you can be a little more risky, but not over risky, because you certainly don't want to allow a big play. But man, if you can hold this to a 5 or 6 yard.
Well, Parks has Josh Parks for Lebanon has 10 yards on 4 carries here in the second half. And Parks able to get into the linebackers and pick up about 5 or 6. But Danville is gang tackling Parks here in this third quarter.
The Danville defense is playing like he wants them to play right now. Gang tackling, getting off the football. And once again, I go back, that's what happens when you score quickly. It kind of really rubs off to your defense, and they're playing really good defense. Now, we've mentioned this a couple times on third down. Big again. I keep using key or big, but it's certainly applicable right here for this Danville defense.
Gain of 6 for Parks on second down. That sets up 3rd and 5. So we're inside 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Lebanon up 7, 28-21.
Double blitz.
Hill down the sideline on the double move. Mondin juggled it and couldn't bring it in. Boy, Prather, instead of bringing the rush, Prather went downfield in coverage. Prather with 2 sacks tonight. Went downfield in coverage and able to knock it away.
And take a look at Prather here. He times it perfectly, but I've watched him the last couple times he's got up. I think he may have stretched a hammy or something, because when he gets up, he is kind of wobbly a little bit. But listen, toughness defines how much you can bear, and he's staying in there.
Well, he left the field on the previous series for a play.
Yeah, I think he's done something to the thigh or the growing area or a hammy. I don't know, because he's really kind of being a little gentle on that leg when he gets up. But, man, that's pretty good defense for being hurt.
Just the second time tonight that Danville's defense has forced a punt.
You know, this time of year, Rob, you have to play to hurt. You just do. Everybody's banged up.
Well, tonight's game brought to us by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build in Indiana. We are LIUNA. Best drive start of the night for Danville, beginning at its own 46, down 7.
Huge stop for that defense. The offense has really good field position.
Vu pounding away, trying the right side, pick up of a couple, give him 3. Out to the 49 on first down.
Boy, Danville's got everything right where they wanted out of halftime. They've cut, stay within 1 strike here of 7. The defense does their job. Offense gets the ball with great field position. You talk about a flow of the game, where you want it, how you want it. They're right where they need to be right now.
And Danville has kept Parks relatively contained here in this third quarter.
Good point.
After Parks ran wild for 116 yards in the first half. Not a lot there on second down as Hood comes in to spell Vu in the backfield for the Warriors, and only able to pick up 1. This is a big 3rd down and 6 for the Danville offense. Danville hit a 64-yard home run on its previous possession on a 3rd and 8.
Boy, 3rd and 6. They've found themselves here quite a bit tonight. Let's see what they do. 3rd down conversion is going to be a really big stat when this one's all over for Danville.
Hood with the
there
carry, and Hood's into the secondary.
Got that one.
Boy, Hood's acceleration, once he gets past the defensive line into those linebackers, Hood finds that second gear and he hits it.
He's what we used to call readbacks. They're not explosive off the ball, but they got that second phase of their run after they read is explosive. It's really unique, the different styles of runners. He's a readback but has really good speed once he gets in that open.
Ward wide open is Rector, and he can't bring it in.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. I think he was too wide open. Let's see where the ball is. Boy, it's just right where you want it.
Couldn't get it.
No.
Couldn't get it in.
Don't know if he was able just to get it in his eyes quick enough or not to gauge, but, boy, you could throw it any better than that.
2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass stops the clock.
Yep.
Rector made a move to the sideline, and the defender bit on that move. And
he did.
Rector then went to the inside.
Right play at the right time with great coverage, and just unfortunately didn't connect.
Pitch to Lynch. Lynch cuts inside. Has some room down the sideline. Pushed out of bounds is Lynch. But that's a big run.
I like this play a lot. After the long pass, you stretch the defense. Now you're going to stretch them laterally instead of going up the middle. So you've got Lebanon on their heels a little bit. They just about lost one on that pass. Didn't happen. Now they stretch him east and west. I like that play call a lot by Danville.
It's a gain of 19 down to the 18. For the sophomore, Trevor Lynch. Fake the pitch and an inside handoff. Lynch again inside the 5. Lineman pushing Lynch for a couple extra. Down to, it looks like, the 3. Back-to-back gainers for Lynch. And the Warriors are in business inside the 5.
Well, Danville just really throwing their playbook at Lebanon. We highlighted a lot of cross action and misdirection, and all of a sudden Danville throwing some of that at Lebanon. It's working.
Vu diving toward the goal line, in, touchdown.
Excellent comeback again. Really like the leadership of this Danville senior ball club and captains and all those types of guys. Every time you kind of feel like maybe they're just out of it, man, they answer the bell.
So Danville has scored on 2 straight drives.
Yes, they have.
Min Vu, his 5th touchdown of the year, 12th of his career. Evan Beck is on to tie the game with 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Low snap. Prather puts it down, or make that Rector puts it down, and Beck knocks it through, and we are all tied at 28. 2:12 to go in the third. We're knotted at 28. New ball game at Danville. We're back in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Rob Brown, Jan Bozier back with you at Warrior Stadium on the campus of Danville High School, about 35 miles west of downtown Indianapolis. Danville has scored on 2 straight possessions, sandwiched around a defensive stop, and the Warriors recovering from a 14-point deficit to knot this one up at 28.
Yeah,
it's the run game, Jan, sandwiched around some timely passing that's gotten the Warriors back to tie this game.
Yeah, and I think the defense has played with a sense of urgency, too. I really like the way Danville's playing right now.
Well, Danville has flirted on the kickoffs with trying to pin Tannen Mondin in the corner. That time, the kick coverage got a little too tight to the corner, and the kick blown out of bounds, which will bring the ball out to the 35.
Yeah, we've really put pressure on Danville. They've answered the bell. Now, all of a sudden, this is important drive for Lebanon.
Yes.
Now, they've had the lead, played with the lead. Now, all of a sudden, Danville's answered the bell here. They've not did a lot offensively in the second half. So let's see what Lebanon does here, back starting about their 34.
Well, for sure now, the momentum is on the home side right now.
No question about that.
Parks looking for space, and there's just not a lot there. Prather was there.
Prather's had a well of a ball game.
As was Egan. I half expect to see Prather out in the parking lot moving cars at the end of the night. Prather has been everywhere.
He's that guy. He's just that guy that you want on your ball club. He's a leader. He plays hard, makes plays when you need him. That's your guy.
Again, it's Parks lowering the head, and Parks able to drag tacklers on a gritty second down run of about 7 yards that will set up a critical 3rd and short here as the third quarter winds down.
That's a 3-yard play that he made 6.
Parks is one of his best runs of this third quarter. 3rd down and 2 out near midfield, called at the 43 of Lebanon. Nearing a minute to go in the third quarter. Hill has Parks behind him in the pistol. Fakes the give. In the flat to Jones. Screen set up. And Hill, off a nice block from Perkheiser, able to make a move and create a first down on the run after the catch down to the 45.
They love that play, don't they?
Of Lebanon.
That's one of their bread and butter plays, and when they execute and get that downfield blocking, it's hard to stop. You isolate what you do, and then you get blockers coming from the side, and if you execute that, it's a 6-yard play at a minimum.
That's a gain of 10 when all the Tigers needed was 2. Fourth catch of the night for Jones, the senior. Fresh set of downs for the Tigers. Parks, nice hesitation move to get into the gap and take it down to the 40 for a pickup of 7 on the final play of the third quarter.
It's going to do it, Rob. 3 in the books.
And this game shaping up exactly as we thought it would. We're all tied at 28. It'll come down to the final 12 minutes here at Danville. 28-28 our score. 12 minutes to decide this rivalry contest between two Sagamore Conference foes. We'll step out, come right back, and have the final quarter after this on the IHSAA Sports Network. Rob Brown, Jan Bozier back with you as we move to the fourth quarter here at Danville High School. Lebanon with the football. Hill with the fake. Looking downfield. Mondon has room, but the ball is way overthrown.
Wow, he had him, Rob. That was just 2 steps separation. The ball was way overthrown, though.
That was on 2nd and 3. So now 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Whoa, that was there. There was a good 2-yard separation right there, and the ball just overthrown. That would have been 6.
3rd and 3 upcoming. Tie score.
Good game. Been a really good game.
Fantastic game.
Big game, beautiful new stadium, man. What else would you want on Friday night?
Danville outscoring Lebanon 14-7 in the quarter to tie it up. And a timeout called by Josh Yoder of Lebanon just before that ball was snapped. We'll keep it here as we're just 9 seconds into quarter 4. Well, this game proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit We Endeavor or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. Well, Lebanon comes in 5-1, riding a 5-game winning streak. And last time Lebanon was 5-1, you have to go all the way back to 2017. Tigers finished that season 7-3. This is the second of 3 straight road games for the Tigers, who will travel to Terre Haute North next Friday. Danville will play the third of 3 straight home games. Wrap that stretch up next Friday, so we'll be back here.
Yeah,
taking on McCutcheon.
Lebanon, this is a big game. This is probably the most difficult game. Not that the others won't be challenging, but clearly on their schedule, this is a game that will be tough for Lebanon.
Parks, second effort, able to get the first down inside the 35. A little contact at the line of scrimmage, but a second burst as Parks is able to get it down inside the 35. and reset the down box, taking it down to the 33 for a gain of 7.
You know, you look at this Danville schedule, Rob, and they'll end up with McCutcheon and Ritter. Both those teams are struggling a little bit. So this for both these ball clubs is a really, really good competition, and you just want this victory because of it. They both have really the opportunity to win out.
Parks again. Breaks through the arm tackle at the line of scrimmage and lunges down near the 27, call it the 28. Gain of 5. And we've got a
player down.
Lebanon lineman shaken up. Well, that win last week by Danville over Roger Bacon out of Cincinnati, that 37-13 win. That was the first time Lebanon had played an out-of-state program since the 40s.
Yeah. Forced to do that with some of the conference realignment.
Yep.
Now, Bacon was a good team. You know, they're 3-3. Certainly a challenge, but Danville took care of business pretty good.
So while the Lebanon player lineman is shaken up and continue to get some attention from the Lebanon athletic training staff, we'll go ahead and step out for a quick 30 seconds and come right back. 11:09 to go. We're tied at 28 on the ISC Sports Network.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Well, you get a look at Braden Wegner, the freshman left tackle.
Yep.
You don't see a lot of freshmen starting at the 4A and above level.
Well, and what that also tells you, especially with 4A, 3A, the mid-sized classes, you don't have a ton of depth in the line. You just don't. So hopefully he can come back. We'll see. Got a next guy up mentality. You hear it, but it's true.
Sam Hornbecker is in at left tackle, senior as the replacement. Hill on the scramble, tries to dump down the screen pass.
Really good pressure by that Danville. They had 2 and 3, really had their ears pinned back and really pressure. And he's pretty quick, so in order to get to him, you've got to really get it to it. And Danville's did an excellent job that time. 3rd and about 5. Interesting play call about to come up for Lebanon. They love that screen pass out in the flat. That's been a 3 to 5 year play for them.
Incomplete pass was intended for Trepkos. Hill on the screen, finds Howard. Howard has room to run down the sideline, escorted out of bounds at the 21, but not before Howard has the first down and a pickup of 7.
This is just great execution. Look at the blocking. Now watch. Block number 3. Block right there. Downfield blocking is what makes this play. It's the small things that really can break a play like that.
Howard's second catch of the night. His first was an 11-yard catch and run into the end zone on Lebanon's first possession of the night. Fresh set of downs.
Rob, where you're out here defensively for Danville, you're in the red zone, so you can't be super risky here.
Trepkos barging his way between the tackles, picks up a couple. Trepkos had a rushing touchdown for Lebanon's only third quarter score. That was Trepkos' second touchdown of the year. Also a free safety. That's Trepkos' main position. Picked up about 4 there. Call it 3.
Lebanon knocking on the door here second. They got their playbook right where they like it right here. Second and about 6. They'll spread it again. They love to get down here in the red zone and really spread the defense. You can see right there in your picture, look how they got Danville's defense spread. That really opens it up for those runners.
Hill fakes over the middle, looking for Mondin. and Drew Rector got a hand in and knock it away.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think that was as good a timing as you could get. Really well timed.
You talked about it earlier, Jan. We're in the time of the season where at critical points in the game, even though they may not be primary two-way players, you get your best athletes on the field.
You have to. You have to. Because not so much even tonight, but as you go in the tournament, they've got to be able to do that, because a lot of times in the tournament you've got to do that, because as you go farther in the tournament, you're playing much better team at each level.
3rd and 6. Hill, pocket collapsing. Hill still moving and tackled short of the line to gain. Seth Dennison able to make the big stop. Tackling
time.
Hill short of the line to gain.
Decision time, Rob.
Hill picked up 3. And big time decision time here. Ball's at the 14.
Well,
Are they going to kick the field goal here?
You got to leave points. You can't leave points on the field. I absolutely agree
this would
with
be the longest field goal of the season.
You got to know your field goal kicker.
Selmayer's long this year is 27.
But you can't leave points on the field.
This will be a 32, and it is good.
Got it.
32-yard field goal by Connor Selmayer is good.
Absolutely the right call. Now, you got to understand what your guy can and can't do, but sometimes you got to roll the dice, because just like you need it here, down the road, you may need that. And can he do it? And he did.
So a 32-yard field goal by Connor Selmayer.
I've never been that guy, Rob, to leave points on the field. Can't do it. I go for points every time.
That is a career long for the sophomore, who's had only attempted 1 field goal this season, and that was from 27 yards. That occurred back in week 3. So Selmayer had not even attempted a field goal in almost a month.
Yeah, but now they know if they need that. The confidence just went up about 2,000%.
No question.
So
that's a great point.
Yeah, so it was more than just this game. They need this game for sure, but down the road they go, yes, he does have that range.
Yep. So Selmayer knocks it through. That gives Lebanon a 31-28 lead.
Tons of time. Danville's got tons of time here.
8:35 to go.
Is it going to be the last team score win here, Rob?
Boy,
might be.
I think there's at least probably 3 more possessions.
Probably.
Total.
Probably. Good game.
Short pop-up kick. And taken on a hop by Shipley. Shipley breaks the initial tackle.
Oh, good run.
And able to get it out across the 40. So great field position.
Well, listen, they've handed their offense some pretty good field position in the second half. Good job by the return team for Danville. Now, time to execute, and certainly Danville's offense, I think, has done a pretty good job of execution in half number 2.
Yeah, with this much time and down only a field goal, you can take all the time you want here if you're Danville.
And to your point, what you want to do is eat a ton of clock and not leave much clock.
Right. Vu is the back, lined up very close behind his quarterback. Ward on the pitch, gives to Rector, and Rector spinning his way forward for a gain of a couple.
Well, Danville loves the option, there's no doubt, but against the quickness and speed of Lebanon, Danville's had some success, but that Lebanon defense is a tough one to run the option against because their quickness and how they handle the option.
It's Rector's second carry of the night. Had a carry for -1 back in the second quarter. Picked up 2 there, did Rector, second down. Hood runs out of an initial wrap-up.
Hood has definitely ran well tonight. You've called his name multiple times. Big, that's big, because now you're third down and very, very manageable.
First stop on the solo stop on the night by the junior linebacker Dylan Goswire. 3rd down and short. Call it at 3. Hood stopped, turned away. First man to get there was Andrew Kaler, who had the interception back in the second quarter, number 31. No gain on the play.
Wow, that was met in a hurry by Lebanon's defense. How big is this, Rob? You got to go for it, no question. Danville, 4th and 4, Rob.
Danville 0 for 1.
Big, big, big,
on
big.
4th down.
Big, 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 big.
4th and 3 here on the Danville side of the field. Hood tried the second effort and needed the 50 and did not make it.
No, it wasn't even close.
Did not make it. Lebanon's defense holds.
Wow.
We'll have to see on the replay up the middle who was there, but
you talking about making
Goswire was there, 22. Joao Mavamba was there.
You're talking
number
about
90, the nose tackle.
Making a defensive coordinator happy. This is what does it. You clog the hole, your defense swarms, really gang tackling there. You know, and you can't fault Danville. They've had a lot of success, especially with Hood. Was Hood the ball carrier there?
The last 3 plays, yeah.
And so you can't fault that because he's had 3 and 4 yards on that play all night long.
Yep. It's the second time tonight that Danville has turned it over on downs. And now Parks is loose into the secondary, takes a whack from Prather.
Oh, my.
But not before Parks has a big gain.
This is where it becomes a mental game, Rob, because you've got to forget about you didn't get that first down, and you've got to get refocused here if you're Danville. You cannot allow a score here. Lebanon's going to absolutely take their sweet time, too.
That's a gain of 14. And Parks is over 175 yards, 176 to be precise.
Yep. Moving the chains. Milk going to clear down to 3, 2, 1. Got it off.
Trepkos on the carry, picking his way forward for a gain of a couple.
Now, look, it's 6:03. Let's see how much clock goes off before they snap. 6:03 is when he went down.
Danville has all 3 timeouts remaining. Now, from a Danville perspective, as Jeremiah Howard comes in to spell Parks at the running back spot for Lebanon, from a Danville perspective, worst case, you have to allow a field goal. You cannot get down 2 scores at this point.
Got it off at 5:29.
Hill breaking tackles. Hill is loose inside the 15, down inside the 10. Another big-time run for the quarterback, Chris Hill.
Wow.
Boy, is he elusive.
He's special. He's elusive. He's all that and more, and incredibly intelligent. There you see, I think this is a run all day long. Tries to freeze the linebackers with the fake. So quick. So unbelievably smart.
3rd run of 20 yards or more for Chris Hill tonight. 95 yards for Hill, a season high.
Well, you're looking at a Lebanon team who has won 5 straight, +6, +7, +27, +3, +27.
And now Lebanon, did they get the timeout in time before the play clock hit 0? They did. They got the timeout. We'll take a break. Lebanon did get the timeout called, so we'll take a break. 4:51 to go. Lebanon at the 9, 1st and goal, 31-28 the score. Back in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
But Lebanon did get the timeout called just before the play clock hit 0.
Well, it leaves them 1, but you understand what he's thinking here. This is so important right here. Execution, make sure they all got a little water, try to get as much freshness back in the legs because he understands execution here in the last 4:51 is paramount.
So Lebanon leads 31-28. Tigers trying to get it in the end zone and put this game out of reach. Howard on the carry, wrapped up immediately by Seth Dennison.
Good tackle, very good tackle. And he gets up wobbling a little bit.
And Trepcoast will come in at the tailback spot.
Danville trying to hang on to those timeouts for offense. Lebanon eating all the clock they possibly can. Still tons of time. Little chess match going on here. I like it.
No gain for Howard on the first down carry. The Panda's in as an extra tight end. Trepcoast tries the short side. Looking for the pylon. Got it.
Yep.
Touchdown.
Well executed.
Nick Trepcoast, his second touchdown of the night, third of the season.
Well, the storyline for me, this Lebanon's offense, is their ability with their quickness when they get the edge. It doesn't end there. And he gets in. Look at the blocking. But when he gets the edge, they get the edge, they have been tough to stop.
Trepcoast took it to the short side and found the end zone, and Lebanon's back to a 2-score lead. Selmeyer for the PAT. Low snap. Hill got it down, and Selmeyer knocks it through.
Warriors have all 3 timeouts. 4 minutes and 13. Still tons of time. You got to have a sense of urgency, and you got to execute if you're Danville right here.
38-28 our score. 4:13 left. Well, on the basketball court, former Danville Warrior Travis Carroll was an Indiana All-Star. Now he's an All-Star in the field of real estate. Wherever you may be located in the Indy area, you can count on Remax Centerstone and Travis Carroll. Reach out for your complimentary market assessment on your home today at 317-966-7338. That's 317-966-7338.
I remember Travis Carroll. He's a good ball player.
Absolutely.
He was.
So Nick Trepco scores his second rushing touchdown of the night, this one coming from 9 yards out.
Was he a Purdue guy? Did he go to
He
Purdue?
did. He did.
I thought
Yep.
so, yeah. Hey, that makes me feel good. I can actually still remember something from long ago.
So Danville down 2 scores for the second time tonight. Warriors rallied from 14 down early in the third quarter to tie the game. Another short pop-up kick. This one goes over the head of Shipley and goes out of bounds. That's a heads-up play by Shipley because it bought the Warriors about 8 yards.
It sure did.
Bring it out to the 35 and doesn't eat any clock.
It's a very smart play. That's what you have
because
to do.
the ball was not touched in
Because it
bounds.
wasn't touched. Exactly right. That's why it's so important to be on top of your focus on every little play right here because, to your point, that was 8 yards. 8 yards you didn't have to make up offensively.
So for the first time tonight, the Warriors come out in a pass-heavy spread.
All 3 timeouts.
Ward rolling. Down the side, tight-roping the sideline.
Beautiful
Inbounds
pass.
with the catch is Rector.
1 foot, all you need. Absolutely perfect pitch and catch where his guy, the out pattern, right in the hands. Beautiful pitch and catch.
That's a gain of 12 out to the 47.
You throw that where only your guy can get it.
Fourth catch of the night for Rector. Ward, again, outside shoulder throw.
Again.
That's caught by Liam O'Brien. First catch of the night for O'Brien. And again, out of bounds, stops the clock.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because they're not going to risk it. Because they're going to play a little softer zone because they can't allow anything behind them. So he's going to give you that inside move.
Gain of 7. Ward on the run, throws, little flip in the flat. Oh, almost picked off. That went through the hands of the intended receiver, Lynch. And there was a defensive back out there. Actually, it was the linebacker, number 16, Sam McKindy.
Well, the worst thing that can happen there is he touches it because you slow the ball down, and most tip drills get intercepted because you actually slow the ball down and give the defender a chance. They got lucky there.
3rd and 3. Tigers show blitz. Pass in the flat.
See the quickness?
Good move by Rector to make a man miss, but a nice open space tackle by Goswire to stop Rector short of the line to gain. And now an official's timeout as it looks like Rector has cramped up over across the way on the Lebanon sideline. And I think they mark Rector short of the marker.
See where he places it. He's right at the 44.
Yeah, I think this is going to be fourth down.
I think it is too.
Fourth and about maybe 1 yard and maybe a half a foot. It is indeed. The down box says fourth down.
There's no question about where it's spawned.
So give Rector a gain of 2 on that catch. But it is fourth down. And we'll get another look at the play. Rector kind of got stretched out on that tackle as Goswire kind of tossed him out of bounds. Rector is still getting some attention on the sideline, so there's no way that play can be resumed until Rector is able to make his way back over to the Danville sideline. And because play was stopped.
Yeah, he's trying to get that thing stretched out. That calf muscle just absolutely cramped up on him. He's trying to work it out. There you go. That hurts. Had those.
And Danville is on the ball, ready to go. It's fourth and 1.
Got to have this, don't you, Rob? Timeout.
Lebanon wants timeout.
That's their last.
It is indeed. Danville has yet to use a timeout. 3:42 to go. We'll keep it here. Fourth and 1. Danville is 0 for 2 on fourth down. So the situation is Danville down 2 scores. Needs to keep this drive going and extend the ball game as best as it can.
Got to get this one. You're going to continue on. You have got to execute what's your best, absolute best, guarantee 4th and 1 play in your playbook, and then you got to execute it.
So 4th and 1, ball spotted at the 44 of Lebanon. Ward is in shotgun, and they give to Lynch across the formation, cutting inside, and that's a first down.
I like the play, and here's what I like. It was not long developing. I've never gotten long developed plays when you need 1 yard. And it's a misdirection, so you force your linebackers to choose. See the linebacker miss right there because he went with the fake? I like the play a lot because it does a lot of things to the defense, and it's a quick-hitting play.
Gain of 4, and Rector is back in as well. Ward looking down the field, goes underneath to Shipley, and Shipley can't find the sideline. Good wrap-up tackle inbounds by Chris Freitas.
That's a mistake. You got to get out of bounds there.
The sophomore corner, and Freitas actually dropped Shipley for, spot that, spotted for, and no gain.
Well, it's no gain, and the clock's running.
Ward. No one open. Now a baseball turn away from the rush. Ward will take it down the sideline. Makes a man miss. Tight roping and then stepped out of bounds. Did Ward right at the marker, a yard short. But a nice improvisation by Ward to make something out of nothing and set up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Ward doesn't run a lot. But when he does run, he's effective. He can run, just doesn't do a lot of it. And this is where you want Junior to really make smart decisions, and he's so far so good.
Hood on the keep, has the first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily. Jamie Comer signaling to his offense to get back to the line quickly and be ready to go once play is signaled to resume. Gain of 4 for Hood.
There you go. I like it. 1 step drop. in stride with the receiver heading out of bounds. That's an automatic 4-yard play if it's executed. Hard to defend because there's no way your defender's going to risk it. If he does, he can give up a touchdown if he misses. So he's not going to gamble too much, he being the safety or the outside linebacker.
It's a gain of 4 for Rector, his sixth catch of the night.
See how far they're playing off? They're playing cushion because they want to keep everything in front of them.
Ward steps up in the pocket, now running toward the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Let's see where Ward is spotted. That's right, again, right at the marker, but not enough for the first down, about half a yard short. So 3rd and 1, pickup of 5 on the scramble.
Danville, for the most part, has executed the clock very, very well here. 2:34, it's stopped. They need a first down. If they can get one, the clock will stop to move the chains.
Hood looking to pick up the first down and does.
That should stop the clock.
That's a gain of 3.
That's like a free timeout.
I think Jamie Comer is trying to the extent that he can, trying to save his timeouts for defense. Ward looking over the middle, stretching out to get it. Got it. That's Lynch.
This is a well-thrown ball, and I'll tell you why. The defender was in front. Anything low is going to get tipped. So Ward actually throws this one up high to get it over that secondary, and he really kind of lost it. Well-thrown ball.
Ward finds Trevor Lynch on the catch. Lynch's second touchdown of the year. Beck on for a critical PAT to make it a 3-point game and knocks it through.
Kind of felt it was going to come down to this, Rob.
Well, you mentioned, Jan, the clock management of Danville.
Very good.
Not only were the Warriors efficient, but the way in which Danville managed the clock allowed Jamie Comer to save all three of his timeouts for his defense.
Absolutely a great call. Yeah, and that's what you want because you know what Lebanon's going to do with this clock when they get their hands on the ball. So he knows they have to have those timeouts or they're just going to be really limited with any clock left, shy of a turnover.
So 2:21 to go. Danville has all 3 timeouts left. Lebanon is out of timeouts. Now, here's the question if you're Danville. Do you kick it deep?
That's a good question. I say no because Lebanon, and I don't think Lebanon's expecting them to kick it deep either.
Lebanon has all 11 players up tight.
Oh, that's interesting.
Anticipating an onside here. Well, they'll send Howard back a little bit, back to the 30, in case there's an intermediate kick.
Look who they have at the top 5. Should it be the good hands people, receivers, everybody who's used to touching the football.
Beck hits a intermediate pop that Howard will take and immediately runs straight out of bounds, does Howard, to the 29.
Interesting. Danville elects not to try to go for the onside. They feel like they got, with their I think the 3 timeouts convinced them not to do the onside.
Yeah. I think you take a different approach.
You do.
With those 3 timeouts in your pocket, whereas
Boy,
probably onside if you had 1 or none.
If I were coaching, and I'm not, man, I'd be very tempted to try the onside. I like the call here. He's got confidence. His team's playing well. They handled the clock well. The defense has played much improved here in quarter number 4, so I completely get his thinking here, and I think he's probably right.
38-35 our score. Hill gives to Parks. And Parks is encircled at the 30-yard line. Immediate timeout called by Jamie Comer. No gain on the play. That's timeout number 1 for Danville. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
Lebanon with no timeouts, and they don't particularly want to call one right now anyway.
Well, Josh Yoder would prefer that not be a factor on the bus ride home.
Yeah. All Danville, I should say, it wants is a shot to tie it up. That's all they want. They'd love to, put something in for sure if that's feasible, but at a minimum, good field position with enough clock to put this thing in overtime. At a minimum.
2:13 to go. Lebanon with the football and a 3-point lead, 38-35.
Been a good game. We thought it could be just a kind of a score one way or the other, and they haven't disappointed us at all. Boy, first down could crush Danville.
Hill puts it in the air, and the pass caught by Jones, making a few moves, and Jones
got a first down.
able to get a first down.
Oh,
what
my.
a huge play by the senior Jones to pick up 11, and then a flag flies in very late.
That's not going to go happy with somebody, probably unsportsman. I'll tell you what, this young man here, if Lebanon hangs on to win, he's a big piece of it, I can tell you that. What he has put on tonight. But they're going to move the chains, but they may move the fault. This looks like it may be going against Lebanon. They're trying to talk to the coach at Lebanon. What's the call? Unsportsmanlike conduct. That's a no-no. You just can't do. That's a mental mistake on Lebanon's part. Boy, when the game is on the line, you cannot, and I repeat, do that type of stuff. I get it. You play hard, you play to the whistle, all those types of things. But, man, a penalty like this can be a game changer if you're not careful, I'm telling you. That's something you could control. Sometimes there are things in football you can't control. That's something you can control.
So it does reset the down box. So a fresh set of downs.
Well, it was a dead ball foul after the first down.
And the clock is running. Play clock is at 10. Hill keeps it and is tackled. Timeout. Gain of 1 or 2. The clock is continuing to run.
Sure is. He blew it dead. Yeah, it blows it dead. And I think we'll be putting some clock back on here because they blew the whistle twice.
Yeah, they'll fix it.
Well, they don't seem to be making any movement towards changing it.
Now, the officials, John Emmel and his crew, are huddling up to figure out how much time to put on the clock. Hill picked up 2 on the first down run. Nearing 100 yards on the day is Hill.
There's no question the clock continued one, not after one whistle, but 2 whistles.
1:45 is what's on the clock.
Okay.
That's seems in the ballpark.
Reasonable.
Yeah. So second down and 8.
One timeout left for Danville. The first down, and that could be trouble. Danville's got to get a stop here, Rob. Got to get a stop here. Cannot allow a first down. That could be problematic.
And it's Mondin on the carry. And Mondin's into the secondary. That's Mondin's first carry of the night.
Fresh legs.
And that should about do it.
Yep, that'll stop the clock until the yard markers are changed. But, boy, Lebanon, when they've needed a first down, Rob, how many times have they found it?
23-yard carry. Called a 21-yard carry, by Mondin.
That's a backbreaker.
That's the 11th explosive play for Lebanon tonight.
Yep. They are built with those extra gears.
Compared to 7 for Danville.
That make a complete difference.
Give straight ahead for Parks. Timeout called.
Yep, that's it. The last timeout.
That's the final one that Jamie Comer has at his disposal. 1:06 to go. Now be sure to stay with us. Immediately following the conclusion of this game, we'll take a brief pause to step out, and then we'll be back to wrap this one up from Danville. What has been a game that has been everything we thought it would be. Danville off to its best start or Lebanon off to its best start rather than over a decade.
Yeah, you look at that loss at Pendleton Heights, who's a really good ball club, 5-1 on the season, so they only lost there by an 8. They'd be having a perfect season. Pendleton, pretty good ball club. That was the opener. Since that time, they have not faltered.
And Logansport is the only other team in their 7-team sectional that has a winning record.
Yeah.
So now Lebanon goes into the victory formation with Danville out of timeouts. Hill takes a look around.
They need a few more of those.
Well, this is third down, however.
That is true.
So,
well, they'll take it all the way down, then they're going to have to run a play. You certainly don't want to hand Danville the ball. 17, 16, 15. So the ball is going to go, the clock's going to go clear down to 23 or 4. They can't stop the clock. They may just take a penalty.
That'll be it. So in a back and forth affair, it's Lebanon that comes out on top. 38-35, and for the first time in a decade, Lebanon comes to Danville and rides home a winner.
It's a big win. Big win for Lebanon. It really is. It's a tough place to win.
Tigers snap a 5-game skid in the annual series. Our final tonight from Danville. The Tigers of Lebanon 38 and the Danville Warriors 35. We'll be back to wrap it up after this pause on the ISC Sports Network. Rob Brown, Jan Bozier back for the final time here at Danville High School, Warrior Stadium in Hendricks County. And our final tonight, Lebanon defeats Danville by the score of 38-35. Before we get too far down the tracks in this postgame show, I want to thank our great crew that worked with us tonight, headed up by our director, Charlie Hammock, Alex Lovern, Matt Armstrong, Dalton Cox, Eldon Wheeler, and Sierra Borkowski. Also want to thank Amy Harvey and her great team, Dan, the athletic director here at Danville. Jan, this game played out exactly as we thought it would. We thought it would be a tight game at these two teams, high-level teams, teams that both have a chance to make a run in the 4A tournament. And we thought this would be a one-score game. It delivered what we thought it would. But ultimately it was Lebanon that was able to come out on top, even though Danville got 2 stops, each team got a stop, I should say, in the second half. But very impressive was this Lebanon team to come on the road and post this 3-point win tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. And I've never been that guy to think that one play costs you a ball game. Certainly the interception for Danville was a big play, but it takes 4 quarters of football to win a football game. and give Danville tons of credit. Every time you kind of felt like they may be out of it, they come crawling back, scratching back, got right back in it. The difference for me, Lebanon's speed. Clearly the big plays were a difference maker. The turnover obviously was huge. But a little underlying piece, their ability to get the edge. Every time they needed to get to the edge, when they got there, it was the edge plus more. Really, really a complete ball game by Lebanon today.
Before we forget, we'll remind you that tonight's postgame show is brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Find out more at weendeavor.com. By LIUNA, the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliate local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA. By Raising Cane's, game days are better with Cane's. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love. And by Travis Carroll and Centerstone Realty, your all-star in the field of real estate. Well, as Jan mentioned, the running game, the factor tonight, Lebanon had Josh Parks with 178 yards rushing and a touchdown. Chris Hill, the quarterback, added 95 yards rushing and a touchdown. Just a great performance from Lebanon tonight. Danville, though, I think will be a factor down the stretch as well, Jan.
No question about it. They're going to be competitive in sectional 22. Lebanon, how about 6 straight? That's been impressive.
Lebanon jumps to 6-1. Danville drops to 3-4. Great job tonight, partner. We'll catch up with you down the road.
All right, buddy.
For our entire crew, I'm Rob Brown. This has been a presentation of the ISC Sports Network. Lebanon snaps a 5-game skid to Danville with a 38-35 win tonight on the road. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Rob Brown on behalf of our entire ISC Network crew. So long, everybody.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.